For today's demonstration, I'll be submitting the commercial new construction permit for a brand new 10,000 square foot office building. So to start, I'm on our Dallas Now Citizen Portal website, and I will go ahead and log in. Now at the top you'll see up to 4 modules, as we call them: building, planning, enforcement, contractor registration, and public works. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to the building and select create an application. Once here, we'll have our general disclaimer. And next we'll select the record type. In this case, we'll be doing a commercial new construction permit. And the first page that we will visit is going to be the contact information page. This is a page where you will be adding any kind of context that you need. In this case, we need at least 1 applicant and 1 property owner. Some other records will require different contact types. For each record, though, it will always list the required contact type as well as the minimum amount needed to proceed. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and select myself as the applicant for both, as well as the property owner. And you'll notice as I pick it, it's also picking my mailing address automatically, which is the required address for these contact types. Alright, and next up I need to select my primary contractor. In this case, I know my primary contractor is Mariah, so I'm going to search for her. And I know that this first registration is her registration. Alright. Moving on, the second page is the work location page. Here I'm going to search for my address simply by typing in 1500 Marilla. And you'll notice that the search returns not just the base address, which is here at the bottom, but also any suites, floors, or sub-addresses associated with that base address that I had typed in. So in this case, I'm just going to select the base address. It automatically selects the associated parcel and the property owners. And it fills in that information for me down the page. You'll notice here at the bottom now, I not only have a continue application button, but I also on the left hand side have a save and resume letter. If for whatever reason you need to step away from your application, you can click the save and resume later button, and your application will be saved for a few days. After a few days, if you do not complete the application, the system will terminate it automatically. So I'm going to continue my application. And our next page is the project information page. This is a page where we will be filling out the detailed description along with some various details about the project itself. So starting at the top, I'm going to type in new office building for my description. My type of work is commercial. I'm not going to phase this out. I'm going to do it in one permit. For my business name, I'll just put sample business. There is no dwelling unit area, as this is just an office. And we said this is going to be a 10,000 square foot. And we'll say the valuation is $1 million. Now you'll notice that there are red asterisks on some of these questions or fields, while others do not have a red asterisk. The red asterisk indicates which fields are required to be answered, and the fields without a red asterisk are not required to be answered. So for my building height, I'm going to put 1, which is in stories. And then I'll go through and answer these questions. Again, many of these questions can be clear or simple. Some of the more complex questions or confusing questions, we have help text added to them, which is a blue circle with a question mark. You can simply click on this help text or this help button to review the text there that describes what exactly the question is asking, or provide additional information related to that question. All right. And as I mentioned, the system will go back through and verify that you have answered all of the required questions. In this case, I have missed 2, and it specifically tells me I did not put a number in for the dwelling unit cost. And also I failed to pick my land use category. So I'm going to scroll back down, and you'll notice there is now a triangle with an exclamation point there, clearly identifying which fields I had missed. For land use, you'll notice that it's broken down into a category and then the land use field. This is to simplify the search so you're not scrolling through a very long list of land uses. So my category will be office uses, and my proposed land use will be an office. Alright, the next page is a trade information page. This is where I can select if I have additional trades for this application. In this case, I will be doing electrical and plumbing, but I'm going to say no for all these other trades. Alright, my next page is the request information, and this is going to be the type of review request. If I'd like to expedite a certain trade, or if I'd like to pursue our Q team or express team review. In this case, I'm going to opt for a standard review, but I am going to ask to expedite one trade, and the trade that I'm going to ask to expedite is going to be our zoning trade. Alright, the next page is going to be the support documentation page. Our purpose here, or our goal, is to ensure that the most critical documents and plans are uploaded on the first try. Now you'll notice I only have 6 options here. It may not always include every plan that you wish to upload, and that is okay because after you submit you will be allowed to immediately upload additional plans or documents that perhaps weren't listed here. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and upload each of these document types. And you'll notice at the top that it says it may take a few minutes for these changes to be reflected. I would recommend waiting at least 10 to 30 seconds at a minimum. Typically they will upload then, but it may take a few minutes as the system indicates. Once ready, hit continue application. And now it's going to give me a chance to review all of the information I've provided so far. Seeing that everything is correct, I'm going to go ahead and agree to the certification and hit continue application. Alright, now it's going to ask me to pay fees. In this case I have a technology fee. You'll notice that it is listed out here. If you have additional fees, it will also list those there. You will always have an itemized receipt now when you go to pay. So I'm going to go ahead and click checkout. I'm going to choose to pay with a credit card. Alright, and you'll notice you'll receive a message saying that you've successfully submitted the submittal or the permit. If you'd like, you can print and view your receipt. This will download as a PDF if you choose to download it. And as I mentioned before, I only had an opportunity to upload 6 documents in this case. But let's say that I had an additional plan set or additional documents that I would like to upload. You can simply click the permit number. This will take you into the record itself. And I can navigate down to record info and attachments. Now you'll see the 6 documents I had previously uploaded. I'm going to go ahead and select add. And I'm going to add an additional document now. And as it's uploaded, it's going to give me an option of the types. From here, I'll be able to pick which type of document I've uploaded. In this case, I'm going to call it Other Support Documents. And you can give a general description. Once you hit save, again, it'll give you a prompt saying that it may take a few minutes for it to be reflected, but that is how you will be able to upload any additional plans or documents you were not able to upload during that initial submittal process. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Irma now, and so she can start the intake process.